issues. One door, let's take a look at it. You'll see I'm in shorts. I don't know, it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. The storm, we had a little rainstorm, it blew over, and it's sunny and 60 degrees out. So I'm running around in the civilian clothes today. Let's get in here and take a look at this Traulsen. Whoa, baby. She wanted to jump out of there. All right, what did we have yesterday? A little condenser fan motor change out. I gotta put that in the garbage. The control will always tell you if it's a refrigerator or a freezer on the Traulsens. Any customers watching this, these are the best fridges you can buy for your business. Let's see which one we got here today. We got a G12010. Serial number T82302K14. 15 ounces of 404. It's just a basic one-door freezer. They did the right thing and unplugged it. I love that. So let's plug it in together and see what it looks like. .79 degrees. Here the compressor and the condensing unit fire right off. So we'll take some covers off and we'll get up there and we'll take a look. It's getting hotter as it's running. It's at 84 now. Let's pop some panels and take a listen around. I had to flip it around to get working on it. So it's running, H.V.A.C fan's running, H.V.A.C's getting cold. What I did notice is the condensate pan's totally full of water. That's telling me I think the coil iced up. What I'm getting at so far. So let's see how it pulls down. Get the lid back on here. And we'll see how it we'll see how the temp pulls down, and then when it gets cold enough, we'll see how it responds in defrost. These new Traulsens, there's no taps. Gauge up on. The old ones used to have them. These ones don't. But there's plenty of heat rejecting off that condenser, so I'd be thinking the charge is good. But let's let it pull down, then we'll see where we're at. I got the DL429 hooked up with the temperature probe. Box is 37 degrees. My cabinet sensor is showing 72. I'll show you guys. Come over here to the customer settings. 0. A1. And I'll go up to EL, should be our evaporator sensor. That's our evaporator sensor. So I got 31 degree evaporator. And then CB is our cabinet sensor. It's reading 71.5. We're at 38.7. So I need to go get into here, check my ohms value on my cabinet sensor. I might have a bad cabinet sensor. Might have caused this evaporator coil to ice up. Goes into defrost, but the computer sees the temperature of the cabinet too high, brings it out of defrost. It's a possibility. Flip this thing around and then look, see, that coil was iced up yesterday. That side of the coil had de-iced, sitting overnight, and this side hadn't, so I got to de-ice that. But the cabinet sensor is not reading correctly down there. Possibly. I'm going to check the ohms value. It's the green sensor is the cabinet sensor, and the blue sensor is our evap sensor. And they will come in over here. So if you take the louvers off the front, then there's a cover that goes on right here. It's this cover right here. Take that cover off. And then you got your spaghetti. And you'll see your green probe comes in. And it loops around, and I've already unplugged it. And it goes into this Molex connector right here. So that's your green's cabinet. Blue is evap sensor. Now I got this. I'm going to stick a temperature probe where the probe of that cabinet sensor is right there on the wall. Let's zoom in. And then we'll get the ohms reading off of this sensor here and see if this sensor went bad. Alright, let me show you why I love this meter so much. You can find these for about 160 bucks. I know I'm always pimping the DL429. I have no affiliation with UEI whatsoever. I just like the product. Dual temps. reads on one line. So T1 is where the evaporator sensor is 35 degrees or 36 degrees. T2 in the cabinet down here is 42 degrees, and the difference between the two is 6 degrees. So we want to check T1. So I'm at 35. So let's get an ohms reading here. So we'll call it 36 degrees. To get an ohms reading, you got to take the temperature out, flip the switch up, and put your leads back in. And we'll go to K ohms. I might have to put the camera down to put these in real quick, and then we'll get the reading. It reads, so it's reading 17.4 K ohms. Let's go find the chart on my phone. I know I got it in the memory bank there somewhere. 36 degrees, 17. Probably should write that down. All right, you guys are gonna crack up on this. Where did I put that at? All right, so you guys know I always harvest parts. I got a sensor that's really close to the ohms values of the Traulsen. Shame on me, I don't have a Traulsen cabinet sensor on my truck. To get that sensor out, see how tight it is down there? Get a little ratchet, the 1/4 inch, and I got those little bits. The Phillips, we'll see if that fits in there to get that out of there, so you don't have to take the whole evaporator out. We're in tight quarters today. I had to. All right, got the probe replaced with my temporary probe. Getting this coil cleaned up. It's real dirty. Look at that. Get this condenser cleaned up super good, and then we'll run some checks on this thing and see where we're at. And I think the probe I'm using came off of ETC 11100, I think. And it's getting me by. Just check, you can just check your ohms resistance. The sensor off the Johnson control, the A19 or the A21 won't work for these. It's a different ohms reading. But the sensors off those controllers, like for the Chinese fridges, those will work. Off the Inkbird thermostat will work to get you by. I'm going to order up the proper sensor, but this is going to get us by. So that's our temperature down here, reading some supply 37, and that's the return up top's now 43. I'm going to let it pull down, and then we'll check it. We'll put it in a manual defrost, and we'll check it. All right, so it definitely had an iced up coil was the problem. Cabinet sensor is bad. Reading way high. This one's going to get by. It's not perfect. The supplier is getting a lot colder than the return coming out. That's a good TD, but coming around, and it'll keep it working, so they can use this till I can get them the cabinet sensor. Today's Saturday. I can't even order the part till Monday, which means I won't get it till Wednesday. But I should double check the truck. I know I got a Traulsen controller on there, a relay pack. I can't believe I don't have any sensors. All I had was my harvested sensors. Force the manual defrost. Watch it go in the defrost to come out. Compressor's off. Check my amp draw. My heaters are good. We'll let it defrost come out of defrost, and then we should be in good shape. And using a harvested sensor, that the ohms rating was close. Hymnal page 787. Bam! Cabinet sensor, the shorty. 1 door, 2 door, 3 door. See how that works? Different lengths.